Corey Hedgecock on the front row with Riley Hickman out of Ooltewah, Tennessee. Devin Dixon, the Florida native, alongside the 85, the Chattanooga Flash. Ronnie Johnson in the Josh Roberts trucking entry. And they'll bring them back to green. Try to do it again. 50 laps.
We're going to try it one more time. Race fans, wave your hats, wave your hands, choose your favorite. We're going to go for take two at the 411. And the green flag goes in the air. Let's try it now. Whole shot is going to go to Corey Hedgecock. He will jump out in front and catch everybody else asleep at the wheel. And you got this battle between Hedgecock and Dixon. They're racing for the championship as well, Wesley.
Now Dixon back up. He's up to second as Riley Hickman will slide back to third. Austin Smith gets around. Ronnie Johnson for fourth, trying to work the top side. Michael Page looking for the fifth spot as they'll go side by side into turn number 3. Now Dixon starting to reel in. Your leader down the front straightaway will complete 2 laps at the line.
2 laps of 50. Hedgecock leads, celebrating his 25th birthday today as well. Devin Dixon, the points leader out of Reddick, Florida, sitting to the number 2 spot. Those are your top 2 for the time being. And creeping up now for third is Riley Hickman. He's now dealing also with the man tied with Hedgecock for second in the points, Austin Smith, back to turn number 1.
Down the back straightaway they go. Hedgecock still with the lead. Dixon looks to have moved up the racetrack just a little bit as they get back into 3 now. Go back to the bottom. Riley Hickman running third as Smith with a solid fourth. As they go back into 1, Corey Hedgecock hooked up pretty much every time he comes to 411.
Yeah.
And no different here tonight. But keep in mind, Ronnie Johnson starting to slide back through the field as he side by side with the 66 of Knowles, starting to slide back from his 4th starting spot.
Ronnie Johnson had a pretty strong car in qualifying. Of course, a new entry. This is the 3rd different race car he's ran for this 2017 season. Now with the Tim Roberts trucking racing team in the number 85. But there goes the leader again, Corey Hedgecock out in front. He's got about a 5-car length lead over the second place man, but it's all Hedgecock out in front in the Rocket XR19 out of turn 4.
Starting to reel into lap traffic now as we're past lap 5. A long race here, 50 laps to get it done. Now Corey Hedgecock will go after the first lap car down the back straightaway to 20 of Sizemore as he's got about a half straightaway lead now over the 58 of Dixon.
Sizemore going to go a lap down up to the top of the racetrack as Corey Hedgecock will go to the bottom of the racetrack. We now pick up some more action as they go back into the corner. There's the battle for third heating up out of turn 2. Here comes Adam Smith on the inside of Riley Hickman. Hickman up on the outside lane. He'll make the outside lane work, but here comes Smith one more time on the bottom. They're going to try to go door to door way back at the stripe. 1 car's off the pace on the back straightaway. That's Rodney Martin in 92. They'll still go. Now they're flip-flopping through lap cars of Sizemore, and Hickman will use that to his advantage in 3.
Sizemore, the lap car holding up Austin Smith as they come down the front straightaway, and Riley Hickman will hold the spot over the 84 of Smith. Now as Rodney Martin's going to exit the racetrack of the back straightaway, he'll call it quits for the event as Corey Hedgecock continues his tear working through lap traffic, now working on the 51 of Dillard, but don't look now, here comes Dixon starting to reel him in 58.
So Corey Hedgecock still out in front. Devin Dixon now trying to get by the lap car of Randy Dillard in the 51 machine. While that goes on, Austin Smith and everybody else, in hindsight, Austin Smith still battling with Riley Hickman for that 3rd spot. Another lap car in the way of Dalton Polston, the Rome, Georgia native out of Lithia Springs, as you see the field now single file across the start-finish line, and everybody still trying to run down the birthday boy, celebrating his 25th birthday today. The driver at Loudon, Tennessee, and the winner here back in March of Corey Hedgecock, Wesley Womack.
Now Riley Hickman starting to try to work through lap traffic, got held up a little bit and lost ground on the 58 of Dixon now as Austin Smith battles through lap traffic with him. They get by the 00 of Polston, as well the 51 of Dillard. They head down the front straightaway. 15 in the books now.
35 to go. Yeah, they're going flag to flag so far. Full moon Saturday night at the 411. And it's still out in front. Corey Hedgecock, Devin Dixon, Riley Hickman, the top 3. As we're watching Ronnie Johnson now make a move past lap cars. He's going by the driver of the 03 of Oliver Gentry as they exit off of turn 4. As the field comes off the corner, back to the line, and there's your leader. We'll pick him up again. Corey Hedgecock in his own world in the Rocket XR1 number 9, out in front, doing exactly what he needs to do, Wesley Womack, to not only win a race, get another win on the year, go sweep all the races with the Chevrolet Performance Super Late Model Series here at the 411, but also run down Devin Dixon for the points. But Devin Dixon is not giving up any hindsight either. He's right there in P2 in turn 3.
Running a solid P2 second now as they head down the front straightaway, but he's a full straightaway behind the 9, the car of Corey Hedgecock. So we got some action in the back of the field. We'll give you a rundown. Devin Dixon runs second. Riley Hickman holding on to third. Smith is fourth. And Michael Page rounds out the top 5. Then it's Knowles in the 66, 7th. Is the 87 of Pilcher. 8th is Oliver Gentry. 9th is Ronnie Johnson. And rounding out the top 10 is Landon Bagby in the 19.
So the field comes back around. Another lap on the board. 21 laps scored of now 50. Corey Hedgecock still out in front, leads the way. Great battle going on here now as Hedgecock now tries to run down the 00 of Dalton Polston, put him a lap down. Here comes also the 1G, native here at Seymour, Tennessee, and the 1 Warrior Comanche chassis of Ryan King, trying to put him a lap down now. It's all Corey Hedgecock as we come to halfway in 3 laps.
Corey Hedgecock looking to put the 11th place car a lap down. That would be Ryan King and the 1G, the Warrior Comanche house car as they head down the back straightaway. Hedgecock goes to the top. Dixon just now coming out of 2. It's still about a straightaway lead as Dixon is working through some lap cars as well with Sizemore, Polston, and Dillard right in front of him as Corey Hedgecock is lapped all the way up through the top 10.
Yeah, he's done a phenomenal job. Corey Hedgecock now sizing up the machine of Ryan King one more time. He's already passed the 24. Barry Goodman put him a lap down. And while that goes on, we got trouble on the back straightaway. Trouble just shy on the bottom of turn 2. Got a car that is spun out. And the yellow flag will come out now for the second time. That's Chris Sizemore in 20.
Chris Sizemore goes around in turn number 2. That'll draw the yellow. We are 1 lap shy of halfway.
Really coming. This is really going to give the opportunity to bunch things up here on this restart with now 26 laps to go. Here, off of turn 4 at the 411 Motor Speedway. Green flag goes back in the air. Whole shot going to go simply, clearly, mainly to Hedgecock. And they're 4 wide off of turn 2 with Page, Smith, Knowles, and Hickman battling for that spotlight candy from a baby in the corner out of 4.
Page starting to work his way up through the field. He restarted 5th. He's up to 4th, going for 3rd under Riley Hickman as they get into turn number 1. Cars starting to spread out, and look at Ronnie Johnson around the top, down the back straightaway. Got 2 for the price of 1. Here comes the flash around the outside of the racetrack.
Riley Hickman gets hung out to dry. Page flies by him. Jake Knowles now goes to his inside. Open up the door for Austin Smith and Oliver Gentry. While that goes on, Ronnie Johnson to the top side of the screen as well. He's roaring, he's coming, but it's still Hedgecock leading the way just after halfway.
Hedgecock pulling away, trying to from Dixon once again, but keep your eyes on that 85. He slid from 3rd all the way back to 10th, and now he's working his way back towards the front. He's going to be side by side for 6th spot. Down the back straightaway as they get into turn number 3, working the top. He jumped the cushion in turn number 4, but he keeps it going and will stay green with 20 to go next time by.
Working lap number 30 next time by. It'll be a 20-lap shootout as Riley Hickman now battles Austin Smith for the number 2 spot. As that goes on around the racetrack, correction, that's for 4th and 5th, my bad. As the leader, Corey Hedgecock, has set sail. There's Devin Dixon in 2nd spot. Michael Page had a great restart. He's up to 3rd. Jake Knowles, Austin Smith, the top 5 as they go back to turn 1, Womack.
Jake Knowles showed up here a couple of weeks ago on a Tuesday night for a Ray Cook Schaefersville Southern Nationals event. Started out.
Oh, the leader's blow motor! The points leader has gone up in smoke out of turn 4! You don't want it to happen! The bad luck for the superstar, Devin Dixon! He's hand grenaded a motor in the 58, the points leader's out! Wesley Womack, you do not want to see that happen with the man that's in the bullseye on his chest being the man running for the championship and the Rookie of the Year. He has blown up the engine on the 58.
Going to be a long haul back to Apollo Beach, Florida.
Welcome back to 411 Motor Speedway. Getting ready to come back for the restart with 19 laps to go. Corey Hedgecock ready with the Dixie double file restart. Michael Page, Jake Knowles in tow. Green flag goes back in the air. Wesley Womack off of turn 4.
Hedgecock has led all 31 so far. Now good battle for second as they go back through 1 and 2. Page is going to hold the spot down the back straightaway. Jake Knowles slips up the banking a little bit, but he'll settle back into third. Smith will have fourth, and Riley Hickman now facing a challenge, and here comes Oliver Gentry to round out the top 5.
So they'll come across the line, and there's contact! Austin Smith gets contact with the machine of Jake Knowles. They get sideways. He'll save it. He'll hold on to it. Now he rallies with Knowles, and they do slam each other in 3.
All kinds of contact racing for third spot between Knowles and Austin Smith. And that's going to narrow the Christmas card list as they head down the back straightaway. Austin Smith loses some ground. Here comes Ronnie Johnson. The flash is in the top 5.
He loves what he sees, making the outside work for his advantage to the line. 15 to go. Next time by as Ronnie Johnson in the 85 creeps to the outside lane on Oliver Gentry in that number 03 machine to the inside in 3. Johnson up the outside lane. They come to the line. 15 to go. And the leader, Corey Hedgecock, is gone from the field in his own world in turn 3.
Corey Hedgecock pulling away from your second place car, the 18 of Michael Page, as they complete 36 now, make it 14 to go. Third runs Knowles still. Austin Smith fourth. Oliver Gentry is fifth. Ronnie Johnson still working the top side. Down the back straightaway. Now, good restart for Ryan King there. He's made it up to 7th in the Warrior House.
You know, if we can zoom in and show the 85 of Ronnie Johnson real quickly, he's the only car that we've seen drive the top of the racetrack. Nobody else has made anything work on the top side. Everybody's creeped on the bottom or in the middle lane. He is making the top side work for his advantage, but nobody can catch Corey Hedgecock in the 9. Page, Knowles, Smith the top 5. Here comes Johnson creeping in there trying to get by Oliver Gentry for 5th as they go into turn 3. We pick up the leaders out of 4.
Notice Ryan King starting to watch the veteran. He kind of tried the top side, maybe the middle towards the top down in turn number 1. But decided that he would go back to the bottom. He tries it again down in turn number 1 and 2. Good battle for 5th, 6th, and 7th. Oliver Gentry trying to hold on to the 5th spot.
10 laps to go. This time by, we're working lap number 40 of this 50-lap event for the Chevrolet Performance Super Late Model Series here at the 411 Motor Speedway. Wesley Outley and Wesley Womack on the call as they exit off of turn 4 with Corey Hedgecock still leading the way. Now about to pick up lap marker cars one more time. Dalton Polston in 00, Barry Goodman in 24 and 3.
Corey Hedgecock continuing to lead as they come out of turn number 4 quickly, as caught back to the lap cars of Polston and Goodman. They're going to go 3 wide for just a moment. He takes 2 for the price of 1 as they head down the back straightaway. Knowles starting to reel in the 18 of Page as they head towards turn number 3. And Austin Smith in the 84 in tow and 4th as well.
Laps winding down, working lap number 43 of 50. Corey Hedgecock out in front. Now he'll set his sights on the 34 of Chad Wallace in his rear view mirror, or in the driver mirror, as there he is. Wallace up the outside. Here comes Hedgecock on the bottom. Time running out. Nobody can catch the leader. Is Corey Hedgecock. He'll come to the line and see 5 to go this time by.
All out to his lonesome in the front, but check out this battle going into turn number 1 for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th as they work through lap traffic.
This is interesting.
Jake Knowles, they go around the lap cars down the back straightaway. Austin Smith has really ran down the 66.
And I got to give an attaboy to Austin Smith on that restart, because that could have been a bad deal. I'm telling you, if we go down pit side and check out the pits after this race is done, you're going to see damage on that 84 car. But he rallied hard to stay in contention and race not only for a top 5 or top 4 run right now, but for the championship chase as well.
Now going to be an interesting battle for 5th as the 03 of Oliver Gentry has caught lap cars, and here comes Ronnie Johnson on the top as they come out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway, here comes Johnson for the spot. They're going to split the lapper getting into turn number 3.
And while that goes on, the leader, Corey Hedgecock, will come to turn 3. He will exit out of turn number 4, and he will see the white flag in the air. White flag is waving. One more lap to go as he's about to put a lap down on, believe it or not, the Hickman, Riley Hickman, but he can't catch him. He won here back in March. Bad luck for the points leader, Devin Dixon, and the 25-year-old birthday boy dominates and sweeps races for the Chevrolet Performance Super Late Model Series at 411 Motor Speedway. Corey Hedgecock wins here tonight. Second spot going to Michael Page. Third goes to Jake Knowles. He's here after a wild race at 411 Motor Speedway with America's leader in racing. We're going to talk now to the winner, the driver of the number 9 Rocket Chassis, celebrating his 25th birthday today, Corey Hedgecock. A win is a win. I got to be a special win tonight, but a lot of things went in your favor to help you run for a championship.
It did, no doubt. Carl was awesome and everything, and I hate it for Devin. I didn't want to win it that way, and not that I've even won it, but we definitely, I'm sure we got the points lead now, and I definitely needed it, and God, I hate it for him, but I'll literally take him any way I can get him.
But you talked about that, though, on the Neesmith Race Report. It's all about the luck. Sometimes everything's going good, and if you have one thing bad happen, it can cost you the championship.
No doubt. And we still got 2 races left for sure that, it could just as easily happen to me. So, I'm lucky and fortunate right now, and I'll take it.
A good race tonight. How cool was it to win in front of your hometown crowd and on your 25th birthday?
Awesome. So we'll definitely go party tonight and live it up while we can.
Thank those sponsors.
Definitely Cushman, the guy that owns the car, Stanley and Andy, they're here tonight, so it's super special to me. And he's probably mid-70s, and I'm trying my damnedest to win him a championship. So hopefully we can. Eagle Racing Engines, Renegade Race Fuels, K&P Used Cars, my mom, my dad, Mike Bingham, my wife. It's kick-ass.
Congrats, buddy. Driver the number 9 Rocket Chassis, Corey Hedgecock, winning here. We're going to now talk to our second place finisher, Michael Page, in car number 18X out of Douglasville, Georgia. And Michael, you had a strong car. You were coming. Hedgecock was strong as well. But are you happy with second place?
Not really. Nobody is, but he's a little too strong, in my opinion. But what do you do? It's pretty good. We qualified better. We might have had a little better chance there.
Definitely. A very interesting race tonight. Talk about what it was like in the race car. You had a really, really strong piece.
Yeah, you had to track was very weird. You had to be on your toes the whole time. It was changing and really tricky getting into 1 and 2 there. And if you didn't get in right, you just go backwards. So just had to watch what you was doing. And I just wish it was a little more racy. It'd been a good time.
Pack it up and on to Dixie and Rome Labor Day weekend?
Yeah, I'll be there.
All right, buddy. There you go. Thank your sponsors.
Troy Baird, Elite Concrete, TNT Trucking, CNS. This is all my help. I appreciate everybody.
There you go. That's the driver, the number 18X entry out of Douglasville, Georgia, Michael Page. And now we're going to talk to Jake Knowles out of Tyrone, Georgia, in car number 66, third place. Man, you've had a great couple of months racing, haven't you?
Yeah, we really have turned it on here in the last, like you say, probably a couple of months here. We've got to running a lot better than first of the year.
Man, just talk about the race tonight, running the top, running the bottom. How was the car for you this evening? And, you had some pretty wicked company battling everybody.
Yeah, we didn't really do that good qualifying, so we had to start deep in the field. Starting 9th there, we picked a few there on the start, and then 50 laps here is always a long time, so you always, if your car's better, you can always be able to pass somebody here.
I know he finished in the top 5. I think it was 4th. Austin Smith, you guys about got together on a restart there. Talk about what you did to save the car to keep from getting collected in a wreck in 2.
Yeah, I didn't. I thought I didn't see him down there, and I come down and we hit there, and I definitely didn't mean to. Didn't hear him or see him down there, but it wasn't too bad of a hit.
It was a good race for you. Thank those sponsors, Jake.
Coosa Heating and Cooling, Knowles Race Parts, Berry Construction, Knowles Trucking Company, Shorty's Motorsports, and everybody else that helps us.
There you go, bud. See you, man. That's the driver, Jake Knowles. Third place here tonight at 411 Motor Speedway. Michael Page again second, and the winner celebrating his 25th birthday, Corey Hedgecock. That's going to do it for our coverage of the Chevrolet Performance Super Late Model Series. As always, follow America's leader in racing at 525superseries.com and NeesmithRacing.com. From Seymour, Tennessee, I'm Wesley Outland. Good night and God bless from the Tennessee Action Track.